How y'all doing? Me and Nick were just talking, and I didn't realize as I'm looking at myself that I was on screen. I'm pretty sure I should be president because I'm about as mentally facultated as fucking Joe Biden is. Anyway, how y'all doing? My name's Jerry. Apparently, the Alzheimer's patient. Larry Burns from Canada. How you doing? We don't know where Matt is. He may have taken off for his looking up expedition. We don't know. These parts unknown. Hopefully, he'll show up at some point. Uh, Nick is here, so that's nice. Sorry, we weren't on last night. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't feel like doing it. I just went to bed at 7 o'clock. I literally went to bed at 7. So there you go. Anyway, Nick's here. How you doing, Nick?
I'm doing pretty good. Good to see everybody here tonight. I'll climb on board and let's get to talking bullshit.
All two of you, and I'm pretty sure one of them's Nick. So Nick and Larry. Nick and Larry. The Larry and Nick show. All right. Well, if anybody feels any great need to tag anybody, that'd be great. Otherwise, it's going to be a long fucking 2 hours. So let's see. I've read the news. Everything is bad. Greta Thunberg may be arrested by the Indians and thrown in the Indian prison somewhere over in India. That's kind of cool, but it's not going to happen. So they'll let that go because she's famous and a young girl and with some kind of fucking disease in the head and what else? Oh, she's a climate activist, which makes her untouchable, even though she lies and yells at her audience all the time.
How'd she get into that predicament? I didn't see this.
She apparently there's a big farmer revolt over in India because they are trying to modernize farming for some reason. I don't know. I guess the old ways aren't working. So there's thousands of hey, what's up? There's thousands of guys around the capital or some city, and there's tractors that broke into the Red Fort, whatever the fuck that is. So Greta's on the farmer side, of course, and she posted something. I think it was on Facebook. I don't know on how to riot efficiently or something, and that pissed off the Indian government. She took it down almost immediately, but too late. So now Greta may be in trouble, although I doubt it. How you doing, Matt?
Well, that's kind of funny.
It is.
All these, saints of the environment. I realize when you go to different countries and you say shit they don't like, they can fuck with you. You know what I mean? You don't have the freedom of speech that you have everywhere else in the world.
Yeah, kind of like cut your head off or something.
Well, in India, I think they're just irritated.
Really fucked it.
There's a major thing. There's already been violence, and Greta is trying to egg it on. I have to tell you, probably not your best plan there, Greta, but my guess is not a fucking thing's going to happen to her, so it'll be fine. Maybe they'll send a CIA type team, an Indian CIA team after her and just take her out. I don't know, but I doubt it. I doubt it. Chastity Wyatt is here. How you doing?
Not to be actually the government of India has pretty badass special forces. Actually, they do.
Maybe Greta's days are numbered. Be sad. Probably for her parents. I don't know, but not for me. Everything else is bad. They're still impeaching Trump, which is, quite frankly, completely useless at this point.
What about AOC getting caught in her lies about she was thought she was gonna die and all that? I mean, that's been the big story today. That she's full of bullshit and blah blah blah, and everybody. Of course, it doesn't make any difference, but
Well, Matt, you should know better. That doesn't matter that she was caught in lies because people, as they say she's lying, don't understand the layout of the complex. True story. That's what she said. Franklin Morehart Jr. is here. How you doing? Where you been, Franklin?
Hey, Franklin, how you doing, buddy?
Where you been, Franklin? I'm doing okay. Got stopped up drain in the kitchen, 50-foot snake, and it didn't work. It may be in the drain in the roof.
Well, that's what she said.
It could be the drain in the roof.
Yeah, it is what she said.
If you there's a vent in the roof, and it could be clogged with grease or something. So what I did to fix that one time, a long time ago,
What?
yeah, there's vents in the roof for the water to flow correctly. Otherwise, it'd be a sealed system and water wouldn't come in. What I did was I stuck.
Oh yeah, it's sewage gas vents, but I don't know how you get grease in the sewage vents.
I've had it in there. I've had it in there. I stuck a water hose.
What do
with
you do? Shit.
hose in there with a rag stuffed in also to seal off the drain. Turned it on full, and all that shit popped out. And
That's
everything
what she
drained.
said.
If you have a double sink, one thing you could do is the same thing. You may be able to blow out the line is to do the same thing, but if you got a double sink, you're going to need somebody to hold hold the stopper down and just let the water in there. And a lot of times the pressure will blow out whatever's in the line. Tried to do dishes, water is puddling in the sink again. My guy is
Disclaimer.
Yeah, it works. I'm telling you, it works. Okay, I've done it. Sometimes it's far enough down to the street that it's just there. It could be in the street too, but if it was in the street, everybody living to one side of you is going to have the same problem. Doesn't sound like that's the problem. And I think she lives in a house, not an apartment.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I found some good stuff. You know, you hear all this liquid plumber and all that crap.
Yeah.
It's called mainline cleaner. It's a white bottle with like a red writing or something. I get it at Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
That shit works.
Yeah.
You pour it down the drain, you cover the drain, and let it, because it's strong.
Mm-hmm.
You let it sit overnight, and then the next day, you run hot water, and it'll clean the damn lines out. Just like that. It works.
Oh, you live in an apartment. I didn't know that. Or do you live in a rented house? That's the problem. Pressure will normally work.
Either way, yeah,
The problem.
you shouldn't be doing it yourself if you're a tenant.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter in a lot of places. It depends on who the landlord is. A lot of these landlords are absentee landlords, so they'll call somebody. He has spent over $100. Okay, $100 on a plumber is nothing. Usually, that's what they charge you just
That's
to come
just
out.
to show up.
Yeah. So, yeah, $100 is nothing.
Well, keep that receipt and take it to your landlord and say, well, we're deducting this off the rent or whatever.
In some states,
You're
can't.
not responsible for maintenance if you're a tenant.
In some states, you're not allowed to do that without going to court and having an escrow account and everything else for it. You have to put the rent in the escrow account and take the landlord to court. That's how it is in Florida. You can't just take money off your rent because you fix something. She does not live in a rented house. He owns this home. Okay, well, try the pressure thing. You never know. Yeah, you never know. There's also a thing you can buy. Okay, it's rubber. It goes on the end of the hose, and it's got a tiny little hole on the other end, and you shove it into the pipe in the wall, and you turn on the hose. And what the rubber does is expand till it blocks the pipe, and then whatever's on the other side, depending on what it is. I mean, do you have any big trees around your house? Anything like that? Could be a root growing in there. You never know. But if it's just grease and just a normal type of clog, liquid plumber only works if it's like in the drain itself, or because once it gets into the water, it gets too
Oh
diluted
yeah,
and does nothing.
that's only for like you got hair in your sink. Your wife combs her hair. Liquid plumber will do that, but that's about it for liquid plumber and shit.
Yeah, that's good. Like if you have a clog in your toilet that's actually in the gooseneck or something. And even then, it's difficult because the gooseneck does drain the water a little bit. So liquid plumber is kind of crap. And it's expensive crap for something that don't work. It's like $7, $8
That's
a
why I
bottle.
use that
Yeah,
main line.
there
It's
is.
called mainline cleaner. That's
Yeah,
why I use that.
it needs
It's not
to.
this thick shit. It pours and it seeps its way down. You let it sit there and eat away all night.
Yeah,
Eat everything.
you need something very strong so that the water that's already in there being trapped, when it dilutes it, it's still strong enough to kill your clog. We tried two different drain
I had the
cleaners.
same
It
situation that Cassidy has.
came out on his hands.
Double sink,
Mm-hmm.
pour that mainline cleaner down, let it sit overnight, run about 5 minutes of hot water down it, oop, drain like the sun did.
Also, never put grease down your
Yeah,
drain.
my wife got this old wives' tale. She puts a liquid plumber in the drain and lets it sit there for like a couple hours. Then she'll boil water and pour it down the fucking
The
boiling water.
problem is, by the time that boiling water gets into the pipes and out into your yard pipes down towards the street, that boiling water cools off almost immediately, so it doesn't do anything. This crap said refund if it didn't work. Yeah, that doesn't help though. I mean, I guess you get your money back. That's fine, but uh, Kate Joyce is here. Hello, Kate Joyce's.
Hello, Kate Joyces. How can I offend you this evening?
Yeah, well, Matt's the man for that. I've been doing dishes in the tub. I can't clog the bath. Well, that's another thing. If it's just the sink, that's weird because it should be backing up everywhere if it's in the line outside, I would think. The toilet, all the sinks, the shower, all that. Let me
I
ask.
have another home remedy for you. The toenails on my big toes are so fucking thick. I cannot cut them with any known implement to man. You know what I mean? I've tried wire cutters, side dikes. I resorted to, I have one of those vibratory tools, it's got teeth on the blade and it vibrates. And I used that this afternoon. You got to be careful, though. You don't want to plunge right in there and go into your toe. You know what I mean?
Why don't you just use a Sawzall? That seems easy. Uh,
Well, yeah, but that's a little more violent. The
Well, how about-
vibratory thing, I thought, I tested it on a piece of wood. I was like, okay, all right, try it on a piece of wood. Yeah, this much shaking goes in about, let's say, a 1/16 of an inch. That's probably about as thick as my toenail. But I didn't hurt myself, and then I soaked it, and I can clip more and stuff like this.
Why don't you just use a circular saw?
Well, I've been known to do that at times.
Take limbs off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just kept away from the show for a while and away from Facebook because I don't like everyone was getting heated over Facebook, and I love you guys too much like family to see people argue. Frank, I got to tell you, people argue. It's just the way it is. I don't. I don't think anybody's really left the show because
Yeah, frankly, you can't please everybody all the time. Which we know this. Everybody knows this.
David says use a Dremel with a diamond wheel. I don't know if that would heat up and hurt though. Although he's using a fucking saw, I don't know. I don't know.
You don't have one of those reciprocating vibrating things that like flush cut shit. I forget what they call them.
Sawzall.
No. It's a vibrating thing with a blade on it. It doesn't. It works like a hair clipper, but it's for cutting wood and stuff.
I have no idea, but Robin Brunson is here for the
Yeah, I know
first
what you're
time
talking
in
about.
forever. How you doing, Robin? Nice to see you. Look up mainline cleaner liquid, white bottle, red and gold writing on the label. There you go. Might have it at Walmart, he says. Maybe buy 3 bottles. I don't know.
Well,
How much is it?
like $6 or $7, $8.
Yeah, buy 3 or 4 of them and put 3 or
Or,
4 in there.
$half.
Put 3 or 4 in there. That way, it may not clear the drain, but your house will float away when it burns up the pipe. Be nice. Be fine. What kind of pipes does this house have? Do you know? I lived in a house had the old clay pipes. It was amazing. They called out a plumber to fix one because a root grew through it. So they cut the root, pulled out all the dirt that was falling into the pipe, and then put cardboard on top of that, and then cement on top of that. That was how they fixed it. I had another one where the upstairs apartment was pouring. They used to pour grease in the sink, so the downstairs one clogged, and the water was just pouring out of the fucking pipe coming out of the wall because there were no cabinets. I was replacing all of them, and he put duct tape over the pipe. That's what stopped it. So I went upstairs and used some pressure, and it worked fine. Great playing in the snow. Wishing you would come play in the snow with me. It's 50 degrees, and I refuse. I don't even want to go outside, and you expect me to come play in the snow. It's not going to happen. I can do dishes in the bath, but my guy is selling a 73 Oldsmobile to his buddy this weekend. He has a new wife. Haven't met them yet. This guy is his friend from high school. Daryl, you're right. Do you have a septic tank or do you have well, see, that's, she's saying that the tub and the toilet aren't overflowing or backing up, just a sink in the kitchen. Has he tried taking off the trap? Because sometimes you get into these things and you don't do the simple shit, but you probably did. You shouldn't have to do dishes in the bath.
Clean out plug.
Yeah. Yep.
A clean out plug somewhere on the outside of the house.
Yeah.
Probably more than one.
Yeah. Well, at least one, depending on the size of the house. You have septic. When's the last
I
time the
have one
septic?
right in front of my sink.
Uh, how was the last? You ask him when the last time he had the septic tank cleaned out. Destiny Paris is here. If it was the septic tank, though, the toilet be backing up. I have mine
She
down.
doesn't have septic, you see.
Yeah, I'm no septic. Yeah, I was gonna say because that don't sound right either. But thank you for the suggestion. Me, I try the pressure thing. That's what I would do. That's actually the easiest and cheapest thing to do, and it don't take very long. All you need is a water hose that'll reach into your kitchen.
I've used that already, man. Jerry, I've used that years ago. Pull the clean out plug off,
Mm-hmm.
which was right in front of my kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Put that thing on the end of the hose. It's like a rubber ball.
Yep.
Shove it in there as far as you can.
Yep.
Turn on the water.
Yep.
It'll fill up, expand, and
Yep.
then
You
shoot
know
a
what's
high
a lot
pressure
easier?
flow of water.
Calling a plumber.
A plumber, Roto-Rooter.
Yeah, my Mike Baker, my plumber, I have on speed dial. Yeah, my plumbing company.
Well, she's already called 3 plumbers, and she only spent $100. So my guess is the plumbers were not very good. So sometimes, you know what? Plumbing is great. It's
My
one of the
plumbers
greatest
are
inventions.
fucking. They're honest as hell too. This guy, we used him when he started his company, and now he has like 10 guys working for him. But if I call him, he will come, and he won't bullshit me about anything.
That's
He'll say,
because
"No, you don't need this. No, this is not a problem. No." He don't fuck around.
yeah, but dude, um, that's because every time you have a plumbing problem, it costs you $15,000. He's a happy man. You probably bought him a new work van so far. I told him
That's not
tonight
true.
we
He
need a
doesn't do
plumber.
that.
He shook his head. Well, did he shake his head? No, because that sounds about right. Listen, some people, I'm one of them, will not quit and don't like people coming in and will not quit until they get it fixed. So you may have to have patience. I had an electrical problem. It took me 2 weeks, but I got it fixed finally. It turns out that they ran a wrong color wire on negative. It's instead of a white one being a negative, it was a black one being a negative. So I kept hooking it up wrong, not knowing.
Well, Jerry, well, that's not their problem. It doesn't matter what fucking color the wires are if you know which one's hot and which one isn't.
You know what? All the
The
wires in this
colors
house.
doesn't mean shit.
Yes, it does. Every wire in this house is black. The ones that were here when I got here are black or white. Okay. Any ones I put in, I try to put in red and black. Black being negative. The white in this house is hot. The black is negative. But somebody ran a wrong wire, a wrong color
Well,
wire across the ceiling to where I was working. And instead of the white being hot, the black was hot. And I didn't realize that. Randy Harris is here. Hello. 50 foot we used
that
to
goes
drill.
to show you. I would. I'm making a woodworking project for some reason that the wife wants, like a shoe shovel shelf fucking
Right.
thing. Like,
Mm-hmm.
but I cut this one piece off, and I'm looking at him like, and the base was skewed. It wasn't 90 degrees.
Yeah.
So I'm like, always check your fucking tools before you use the shit. It
wasn't set at 90 degrees. It was about maybe 5 degrees off, but it fucked up the whole thing
Yep.
that I cut. You
Yep.
know what I mean?
Yep.
On an angle.
Yep. Yep.
Check your shit before you use it.
Mm-hmm. It was a simple job of fixing the plug that was sticking out too far. By the time I was done, the refrigerator didn't work. The water cooler didn't work. So I had to have that fixed. Oh no, I was switching out plugs. And unfortunately, two were crossed. And I didn't know it until I was sitting there so pissed off I couldn't do anymore because I was that pissed off. And I'm looking at the fucking wires for my chair. And I look up and I said, let me just try this. And I tried it and it worked. There were two wires that's were the main ones going over to that bank of plugs. There's like three of them. And I just switched them and it worked. I was very pissed off all at the same time for not figuring that out sooner. Jerry, this is major, obviously. If you're using a snake, okay, with a drill, I don't know about that. Okay. A real snake, you don't use a drill. That shit is for clogged sinks, but not to go down under the fucking house or around, down into the main line, any of that. That's not what that's made for. Sorry. I don't want to piss him off because I know he's trying hard.
No, unless, like you said,
You know what?
there's a root or something.
Could be.
I've had that problem too.
But normally when it's a root, you have everything backing up, though. When it's a root going through a line outside, right, you got everything backing up. All she has is a sink. That's why I said it's like when somebody can't start like a lawnmower. The first thing you ask them is if there's gas in it, because you'd be surprised how many times there's no gas in it. So did he look at take the trap off?
Or is the spark plug connected?
Yeah, something like that. You'd be surprised. Sounds like a stupid question, but I've even done it. Oh shit, there's no fucking gas, you goddamn moron. Okay, then you go put gas in, it starts up. Did he check the trap under the sink? I don't know. It's amazing what they find. I used to take apart garbage disposals. I mean, completely out of the sheet and everything. I mean, you'd be amazed some of the crap I have found inside garbage disposals around the wiring. It's crazy. Jolene is here. Hello, Jolene. How are you? Anyway, I'm out of ideas. Without being there, it's almost impossible to help. But I would try the pressure thing from the sink first.
Well, we've covered that. You're not going to go through a root through a pipe with a snake. That's not going to happen.
No, and if it was a root,
so you need professional help.
Yeah, if it was a root, everything would be backing up, including the toilet, and the sewage would probably be going into the bathtub. That's what happens when a root goes through and breaks the pipe.
Yeah, because eventually everything drainage in your house connects together somewhere.
Yeah.
To get to an outlet.
I mean, when you have a backed up toilet, where do you think the first thing it's going to go to? It's going to come to the tub, because that's where, it's the next lowest thing to the. It has to go somewhere, so it's going to back up into the tub.
You got to get a poop knife when you get a backed up toilet.
Right. Hell, someone did that with the truck one time. I told him he was out of gas. He couldn't get it to start. I had gone to look at the truck and we're going to buy it. If the guy kept trying to start it, And I kept telling him it was out of gas. He called me 3 or 4 days later. I had bought a car and told me that it was out of gas. So yeah, people do that all the time. It happens. It happens. You know.
I have never in my life run out of gas.
Well,
I don't understand how that happens.
this is
I
why
have never done that in my life.
this is why we're very proud of you, man. You know what? It's sometimes you're thinking about something else. You're trying to start a push lawnmower, and it don't have gas in it. You're getting pissed. You're not thinking straight, and that's what happens sometimes. Or like you said, the spark plug wire ain't on.
I did that shit with my lawn tractor. Well, one day, cutting the grass, and for some reason, it just happened to just die on. I don't know what the fuck. So, what the fuck just happened? So I was trying to start it, and it was like, there's a fuse blown.
Yeah.
So I put this thing into freewheel mode. I roll that son of a bitch all the way around the yard, put it underneath my carport, start working on it. No fuse blown. And I keep going and looking at everything. I said, maybe there's something between the starter and there's an electrical problem somewhere. I searched for hours as to what the fuck the problem was. I finally looked up over the steering wheel. It has one of those bars where you engage the blades.
Yeah.
And you can't start it when it's engaged.
Yeah.
It's like, can somebody just fucking kick me in the ass right now?
I just had the fuse blow on mine the other day.
Well, yeah.
I'm like, I had it started, and
My fucking barbecue grill. I've been lighting this fucker for 2 years with a lighter, like a fireplace lighter.
Yeah.
And I was just looking at it, and I see there's a wire hanging down. Where you got the electronic ignition.
Mm-hmm.
There's a wire hanging down there that fucking fell off. I'm like, I've been lighting this with a lighter for 2 years. I put the thing back on, and it fucking worked.
Some of these, you got to replace batteries in them and all kinds of shit. They got like AA batteries in each one of them so that it makes the spark. No. I just blew a fuse in my mower the other day. I had it started, went to, take it out of park, and just shut off. I'm like, oh, fuck. Well, let me check the fuse. I mean, it's like, okay, yeah, it blew.
It's always the fuse you don't have the size.
Well, I got about 300 fuses, so usually I can find it, but I think it's a 20 amp fuse, so I think it's the only one I had left. I really need to buy another pack of them. But I probably could have just took.
Yeah, I had a guitar amplifier that never worked. I've had it for fucking 40 years, but it broke. And the wife's like, this doesn't work right. Why don't you throw it away? I was like, well, I'm going to try to figure out what it is. I took the back off. It has one of them little glass, 15 amp fusible links. It was blown. I put a new one in there. It works like a fucking champ.
Yeah.
I hadn't fucking fixed it in 30 years.
Yeah.
But now it works.
Yeah. When can we expect our next video, Matt?
Actually, I think I might try to do some funny ones. Actually, just for fun.
Okay.
If I can get a internet link, I used my son's fucking tablet when he went to get a haircut. That's the only way I made the other one. I don't have another linkage.
All you gotta do is
well, never mind.
all you got.
I'm gonna try.
Go to the fucking store, Walmart, and buy a $30 fucking web camera. That's all you got to do. You plug it into the computer and you're done. Chances are The computer will do all the work for you, and then you
I
only
don't
got
have
to
a
do it.
computer.
Oh, right, your wife won't.
Your
let you.
wife does that,
Yeah, she
but
won't.
you're not
let you
allowed to use that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, she just bought a new iPad like last week, and I'm like, well, that's cool. I could use this, but it doesn't have like a headphone jack that I need to plug into my module. I'm like, how do you get an iPad that doesn't have a headphone jack? It doesn't have one. I'm
Maybe
like,
she
what the
doesn't.
fuck is this?
She doesn't use a headphone jack, so it does. That's probably why.
Maybe she needs
No,
to not
No,
overpay for
the
Apple.
iPad does not physically have a fucking iPhone jack on it.
Yes,
A
but
hole in
if
it.
she
It doesn't
doesn't,
have a fucking hole in it. I'm
if
like,
she doesn't use headphones or earbuds, that doesn't matter to her. She probably figures you'd never touch it
oh,
anyway.
it's probably Bluetooth or so, I don't know, whatever
It could be.
Bluetooth means. I have no idea.
It means that you can hear sound from inside your headphones. You need a Bluetooth headphones or earbuds, and you have to have Bluetooth on your device.
But it doesn't
And it-
have a cord. It doesn't have a cord that actually hooks up to the thing.
Yeah, it
So
probably has
maybe that's the
Bluetooth.
thing,
It's
I
not
don't know.
that fucking hard. If you quit telling everybody what you can't do and just go fucking do it, you'd be able to do it in 2 minutes. And you don't even have to do nothing but push a couple of buttons. All you do is go into settings, look for Bluetooth, hit Bluetooth, and it'll tell you what to do.
Well, damn. I guess I'm.
Well, yeah,
ignorant.
but I guess I hear what Matt's saying. The drums don't have Bluetooth.
No, you got to plug something into it.
That's
So-
what you're talking about.
Well, you know what? You got more problems I can deal with today,
It's
so I'm
got
sorry.
MIDI or USB, but I don't know what that means either.
I guess you better buy real drums then or something. I don't know. Maybe just buy some better drums. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. This should only cost you a couple
No, I
grand.
got some ideas. I might make some shits and giggle ones.
All right. Okay. Well, there you go.
Enough of my technical difficulties. It doesn't matter. Did you see the video I posted where the guy had a shootout with aliens on the ground?
I didn't watch it yet. I was
66 government agents. 66 government agents were killed. He got like 4 fingers of his hand blown off, or cauterized and blown off at the same time. And crazy. See, they're not all friendly, Dave.
I don't know. I haven't watched it
They
yet.
live underground. They don't want to be fucked with.
I'll probably watch it. I'm sorry. Did you say they live underground?
Oh yeah, that's how they got into the gunfight with them. They were building, expanding the base at Groom Lake, and they drilled down into the aliens area and got them all pissed off because they were gonna build on top of them. And then they they had a fight, a battle under there.
Okay. So did they still
And
build?
this guy supposedly, well, they had to drop him down this one tunnel in a basket, like an elevator. And when he got to the bottom and got out, he was going to set like charges to, well, actually, they can, what do you call it? Blurfurcate the rock. They have lasers that'll just melt rock. They don't need to blow shit up. It just lasers it out and turns it into powder, and then it cosmogrifies it and evaporates it. But he got down to the bottom, and there was one of the big gray 7-foot tall aliens there, and was like pissed off, and he pulled his pistol and shot it, and at the same time, it shot some electrical ray at him, blew his fingers off his left hand and his left foot, and knocked him unconscious, and the Green Beret put him back up on the elevator, and he got away. He was one of only 3 survivors of 66 personnel.
Well, why did he have fingers on his feet? Is my question. Okay, so did they end up building the base anyway?
Well, yeah, they came to an agreement because there was they had a
To an
treaty
agreement.
with them that Eisenhower signed in like 48 or 49 or something.
Hi, Jerry and everyone. Jeez, I
The
was
treaty
thinking it was
basically
Thursday.
said,
Hey, Tina.
you give
It is
us
Thursday.
advanced technology and we'll let you take a certain amount of cows and shit and people because they want, like, your adrenal gland secretions are like crack cocaine for the aliens.
Okay. Tina Scott is here.
I was just giving them real crack.
It is Thursday, Tina. It is. We didn't come on last night, so haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing all right. Chelsea, how are you? Nice to see you. Um, how long is this video, Matt? Because I only got so much time in my life left.
It only gets funny at about 20 minutes in when he starts talking about the gun battle and everything underground with the aliens. Yeah, is.
Can you say
Guys,
the cliff notes? Where to actually watch?
well, I'm giving you. It was in Groom Lake. It's outside of the Area 51. That's the general. There are 141 underground bases in the United States, 14,000 worldwide, underground, that have been transmogrified by these technologies that just ablutionate rock. They go down and these rays just melt rock and disintegrate it into like fine dust, and then they just sweep it out. And you don't need gunite or cement or anything for the walls because it crystalline hardens the wall. You don't need to do any to build anything because it works like this by itself.
There's 140 bases, alien bases in the United States. Is that what you're telling me? Underground?
Yeah, no, there are bases, but
Oh,
they
our
are
base.
all connected by a Levitron Mach 2 railway. You get to any base in the United States at Mach 2. The gravitational train floats 3/4 inches above the rail, and it will fly at Mach 2. So you can go from coast to coast in like what Mach 2? Mach 2 is like 800 miles an hour or something. I'm not sure, but that'd be like get from New York to LA in like an hour and a half or something. And supposedly they have new technology that they're going to have fighters that fly at Mach 5.
I'm just driving a Ram 1500.
This is all underground. How does seismology or something not catch this shit?
How does say again?
Like, seismologists. How do they not see anything about all this activity going on when they're doing
They're not
ground
allowed to
radar?
report. They're not allowed to report. It's hush the fuck, hush, hush. Oh, he also said there's this guy named Valiant Thorper, an alien, that has been working with us since 1937. And he met him once in like the 80s. And he doesn't look like he's aged a day because their lifespan is like 500 years.
Because I understand. It's because he's not real, Matt.
Virginia Scott is here. How you doing, Virginia? I mean, Virginia Pollock and Tina Scott.
Well,
I made you into one person. How about that? You're like Frankenstein.
this guy knows of 9 different species of aliens. 9 different ones.
He does he? And where does he live? At the nice happy farm?
Yes, he's named them all off. Place the sides.
Does he live in the nice happy farm?
I think he's dead now, this guy.
Yeah. Okay. I'm having a hard time
There are
believing this.
three species of aliens that we made treaties with. The other 6 are not. They are malevolent. Their goal is to reduce the Earth's population by 5/8 or 7/8 by 2025, so that they will take over. And that is going to be construed by the New World Order that we're now finding ourselves in.
I see. Okay. Well, Destiny Paris says this is riveting.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Well, yes, the underground gunfight of the 1979 that I don't know how they have kept these things secret this long. I have no idea. That it was only one of 3 people that survived. 66 agents and Green Berets and government agents that were killed, and the only surviving other 2 lived in Canada. They were kept in prison to keep them quiet, such forth.
Mm-hmm. And you believe all this to be true?
Me? I find it entertaining as fuck.
Okay.
I
mean, he has.
What do you believe?
Oh, he had artifacts. He had some element 145. He goes, if you look at a periodic table in the library, I mean, 104 elements. There are 116, and I have 3 of them right here. I forget what he called them, but one of them is so dense. He had like a square cube of it, and he goes, this weighs 15 ounces. This 1-inch square cube, it weighs 15 ounces. It will withstand temperatures of, fucking outrageous, like
15 million degrees Fahrenheit that can't be destroyed, blah, blah, blah. The guy's crazy.
To say the least.
And you're going to make us watch this video. Is this like punishment?
I think so.
No, the funny thing is, I don't know. The dude does only have 2 fingers on his left hand, but I have no idea how he lost them. But he says the alien shot him with the ray gun and burned his, his foot and his hand.
And how? All right, so
I don't know how he lost his fucking
how long
fingers.
has this guy been making videos?
I think he's dead. That was like from 95 or something.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, he was exposed to, they fucked him over and he was dying in the process at the same time he was talking. That they had to radiate him. He wasn't, he was a target because he was, giving lectures and he was, they can't let him do this and all this.
Oh. Okay.
Was he always given the peace sign? Because he couldn't help it?
No, he only had the ring finger and the pinky finger on his left hand. Or maybe just one of them. I think maybe 4 of them were blown off. I don't know. But
Wow. That's a hell of a riveting story there, man.
Got to improvise, man.
no, but he was like entertaining. I mean, it looked like he was in like a VFW hall. I mean, there might have been, 200 people in there.
And probably a lot of drinking.
He had a
Sounds like
projector and he had photographs and blah, blah, blah.
probably a lot of drinking in the VFW hole. That's
It was
what they do the
entertaining as
most.
fuck. Right up David Novey's alley to believe all this shit.
Yeah, I don't know if he's still on. He
Gun
hasn't said
battle,
anything.
4 miles underground when they drilled into the alien hideout, and then they had to have a gun battle.
Well, okay. Well, is this?
Yeah, sounds like something I'm not going to watch.
Yeah, or something? I don't know. I don't understand.
No, their goal is global domination by 2029. That was his quote.
I see. Well, maybe Joey's one of them. You never know.
Are they Democrats?
They probably are.
Well, that could be one of the 9 species. I don't know. There are lizardians and
Lizardians?
he named a bunch of them. I don't know how
Lizardians.
Yeah, the ones that are lizards.
Yeah,
really, that have like
that's convenient.
human skin over them and everything.
Yeah, that's convenient. The lizard people that are Lizardians. Yeah, okay. This guy sounded like he got drunk one night and wrote a book about this or something that was stupid. Then made a video.
Hey, I was gonna Google him, but Phil Schneider.
All right, I'll
Those
find.
are the
All right,
dudes.
let's see. Phil Schneider. PHIL SCHNEIDER.
SCHNEIDER.
I know how to spell it. Oh dear
Just
God.
more aliens voting for the Democrats.
He's got some books out or books about him. One of those 2 on Amazon. Somebody, let's see, he did IMDb, the International Movie Database, was a biography on him.
Is he dead?
Phil Schneider speaks out before being killed. Uh,
I bet David knows all about it. He's probably one of his, got a poster on his wall with Phil Schneider.
Who's the author of the book? If it's not him, he's dead.
Facebook page.
Yeah, look up the great gun battle of 79 between humans and aliens. It's hilarious.
He says he was marked for death. If I ever commit suicide, I'll have been murdered. He gave his last lecture in Denver, Colorado, 2 months before his alleged murder. His death was considered to be caused by a heart attack, but later analysis showed impressions around his neck the width of a catheter tube that suggested his death was motivated by strangulation. His surviving wife has said that U.S. intelligence operatives have thoroughly searched her home shortly after his death and made off at least a third of the family photographs. There's a
No,
face,
I'm not saying this guy didn't know something.
there's a Facebook page
He
with a
was
post.
iconoclastic.
For those who are interested, it's called Bring On the Weird, and that's where I got this. So I will put the link over here, and you can go rush over and read about old Pahil. Be great for you. There you go.
Actually, he was a good lecturer. I'll give him that much. He did it well, I gotta say.
I always have a supply, Tina. Always.
He was like crazy. He was a devout patriot as well. Constitution, blah blah blah, Constitution. I'm doing this because I love my country and blah blah blah. I don't know where he his lines between reality and fantasy got blurred. I have no idea.
He has some books either about him or from him. I don't know. Let's see. Underground Bases and the NWO, Alien UFO, some fucking thing or another. The documentary. Subgenre is military war, historical military conspiracy. It's rated on eBay at 3.3 stars. And apparently the sound is bad. Underground
Oh
Base.
yeah, it was a long time ago. The video and the sound is shit. You know.
Okay. You can get a DVD of it for $12, free shipping, from Twinsburg, Ohio, United States, from a seller called the Movie Vault, with 99.9 positive feedback. So you can do that.
Basically, his whole shtick was some aliens have helped us. All our technologies, stealth fighters, titanium, blah blah blah. But there are races of aliens that we don't have a treaty with that want to obliterate humankind
by 2029, and they get high off of our adrenal gland secretions. It's like cocaine for them, and that they made a pact with Eisenhower they could kidnap so many cows and people per year so they could get like cocaine, make cocaine out of them and stuff like this. And the other ones want to help us and blah, blah, blah. The ones who want to kill us, we can make a treaty with them. The ones who want to help us, they're helping us.
He was born in 1947 in Bethesda, Maryland. Died in Wilsonville, Oregon. Died, let's see, his wife, 1987 and 1996.
Let's say how he lost all his fingers.
Was injured
during, other than what he says he got blown off.
Was injured during an underground.
Blown off by aliens.
Says he was injured during an underground firefight between Delta Force and EBEs. Showed his injuries to a group attending a conference. This is on the International Movie Database. This is just the, I guess let's see, it was on Ancient Aliens, Above Majestic, which all documentaries or TV series, Unsealed, Alien Files. He was on 3 of those. Hangar 1, UFO Files, Unsealed Conspiracy Files, which was a TV 2012 and 2013. I don't know what channel that was on, but on a couple of those shows. So he's on like, let's see, 1, 4, 5, 7 shows. So there's a picture. Died at age 48. I'm sure he's let's see. I read that Danielle Alfin, the FBI agent killed in Sunrise, Florida, was a lead investigator of the Hunter Biden laptop. Well, I don't think that means anything, but Tina Scott said, so I watched the series Tiger King guy, wasn't impressed. Carol Baskin could have killed her husband. I don't know. I don't really care. Dumb show. Yeah. I think we had a long conversation about the Tiger guy, and from what I can see, he was an asshole. He did bad things to them tigers, man. And Carol Baskin, I don't think is any better than he is. George Norrie, Coast to Coast AM radio program.
You shouldn't have them animals in captivity.
No,
for your profit,
especially when he was crossbreeding them.
For that shit.
He was crossbreeding them, and they were coming out fucked up and all, and using the babies so people could hold them and pat them and stuff, and then he had to get rid of them, and he's an asshole, just plain and simple, walking around with his little fucking pistol on his side like he was a tough guy. George Norrie, Coast to Coast AM radio program is interesting to listen to. And what is that about there, Nick?
Exactly what we've been talking about.
Aliens, okay.
Supernatural.
I see.
All kind of shit like that. Different things. Not just all aliens, but most of it is.
I wouldn't read too much into that, Jolene. I'm sure the conspiracy theories are flying all over the internet, but I don't know. I gotta tell you, guys, I'm watching people actually lose their fucking minds over all this type of shit, and it's leading to bad mental health. There's Tiffany. She's out of fake jail. Oh, good. Good. I didn't know you were in there. Oh, she couldn't comment or something. Yes. She couldn't. They banned her from commenting for some reason. I read
That
the
was
thing.
quick.
Yeah. Yeah. She probably hurt somebody's feelings or something. So, I don't know. I'm just watching people
Slap on the wrist by Facebook.
lose their mind about all this. Folks, we got to look to ourselves and make ourselves better and try to do that and stick with what you believe in and live that way. Arguing with the other side at this point and all that kind of crap is just, I got to tell you, it's not helping anybody's mental health. Like Tina stopped being on the internet, paint her house or something, and inside her house, bathroom, I think. To keep her mind. That's what we need to do because this, roving over the freaking social media and the internet, trying to come up with reasons why this and that and the other are happening, and then coming up with reasons that are so out there it's ridiculous. It's not helping anybody's mental health. It's not. Okay. I stopped watching politics. Couldn't take the crap anymore from Tina Scott. Yeah, I saw it today. I just don't remember what it was, but that's all right. We like you. Tiffany. Yeah, I don't blame you. I can't even get through the news most of the time. It's just ridiculous. Dr. Stephen Greer is another alien hunter. I've never heard of him either. I can look him up. Dr. Stephen. What is he a doctor of? Well, he has a Wikipedia page. As an American ufologist, retired traumatologist, whatever the fuck that is, who founded the Center for the Study of Extraterrestrial Intelligence and the Disclosure Project, which seeks the disclosure of alleged classified secret UFO information. I'm sure he's uh, getting very, very, very far in that, really. Uh, he is trying to create a diplomatic and research based initiative to contact extraterrestrial civilizations. Holy shit. Since its inception, the organization has spent anywhere between 3.5 million and 5 million to achieve its goals.
What is that surprising? Yeah.
It seems like it. That's a lot of money to get nowhere. In May of 2001, Greer held a press conference at the National Press Club in Washington, D.C. that featured 20 retired Air Force, Federal Aviation Administration, and intelligence officers. He apparently is on Sirius FM. Uh, oh no, he co-produced Sirius, a documentary detailing his work and hypothesis regarding extraterrestrial life, government cover-ups, and close encounters of the fifth kind. Because he had to upgrade the movie, apparently. It was narrated by Thomas Jane. I think that's the guy. He's kind of famous. He was on a hit TV show a long time ago.
Yeah, I understand. I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask my Major Tommy buddy, my pilot buddy, if he's ever had me. I've never actually asked him any about UFOs or anything.
Yep.
He never mentioned it. I should ask him.
Tina Scott says those Q people really think President Trump is president and everyone else is clones. Yeah, I know. Everybody's a fucking clone, including Joe Biden. I mean, if you're gonna make a clone of somebody,
the fucking. It's crazy.
If you gotta make it,
I mean, it's still grasping at straw shit. It's the backdrop doesn't look like the Oval Office. It doesn't look like come on, quit it with it.
If you gotta make a clone, you should make one that can put 3 sentences together intelligently. Nikki Young, anyone notice how the MSM is going? I guess that's an ape and shit. So ape shit because Trump has been silent lately. He lives 24/7 in their heads. What's he got to say? He's not president. No matter what he says, he's going to get shit on. So fuck, he's probably enjoying his billions.
Well, he created the office of the ex-president.
Yeah. And when Bill Clinton did it with George Bush Sr., it was okay. I don't understand what the problem is with Trump doing it. That was okay when Billy Boy did it.
Yeah, now they want to kick him out of his Mar-a-Lago place because of some goddamn shit he signed decades ago. Fuck him. But you know how much tax money they're going to lose?
Yep.
For doing some stupid shit?
Yep. He'll end up winning. West Palm Beach is highly liberal.
Well, I also watched Joe giving his fucking statement today, or whatever, press conference. I'm like, give Joe a pair of glasses, will you? He's like squinting, trying to read. Give him a pair of fucking glasses. I mean, what? As a president, not allowed to wear glasses or anything?
I guess.
I mean, what the fuck?
Who cares? Trump's lawyers say they can't impeach
like
because he isn't in office. Well, of course they can't impeach because he isn't in office. But they probably changed the rules so they impeached him before he got out of office so it's still good. That's what politicians do when they can't do something. They just change the rules. Why do you think that even Justice Kennedy doesn't want to be involved in this mess? And they got Leahy in there as the fucking presiding judge or whatever they call it. It's fucking ridiculous.
Leahy's in there because it's unconstitutional.
Probably.
If he was still in office, he would be the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
But it's not.
In the end, folks, it's all a joke. It's not even theater anymore. It's like a comedy routine with these fucking people. And the only ones that are worse are the ones on the internet telling they know exactly what's going on because, as Matt said, this doesn't look right and that's wrong. And you can take any incident, I don't care what it is, and turn it into a conspiracy theory because there are things that don't look right or aren't right. You want to know why that is? Because people are involved. When is the last time you met a perfect person? There are also people outside of these incidents who look at some fucking videos and try to tell you exactly what happened while they weren't even there. And people believe them because, as Matt also says, they're grasping at straws and they want anything to have some hope. Well, I have news for you, everybody. You want hope? Make it yourself. Do things that give you hope for yourself, your families, whatever. Do that.
Well, another thing that was funny, they want Trump to come to testify.
Yeah.
Next week, and he said, no, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Kind of fucking
needs to do a virtual testify, and all he needs to do is give them the middle finger and shut it off.
No, they haven't. Franklin's right. They haven't had. They've been fucking with Trump since before he got elected. They fucked with him the entire time he was elected, and they're fucking with him now. So, because they're so afraid of him that he'll run again. And
Yeah,
they're,
they're, like my dad would say, they're nervous as a cat trying to cover shit on a hot tin roof right about now.
yeah,
But he's keeping his mouth shut.
yeah,
They don't know what he's going to do.
yeah, and that's what's
The
worrying.
media's going crazy.
You have to understand, these people that are doing all this stupid shit are afraid of him. They may not sound it on TV, but they're afraid of what he's going to do. I don't know what he's going to do.
That's what this is all about.
Until I
Their
see
fear of
people in
Trump.
handcuffs, I'm certainly not going to believe Trump's going to have them all put in jail. What's he going to do? Do like every other president? There'll be a fucking library somewhere, and then he'll write a book, and they'll trash the fucking book. Okay? And
No, but woe be to the college or whatever place that wants to put Trump's library. Are you kidding?
yeah,
That's
I
fucking
thought of-
plutonium, man.
I thought about that today because there's been this big debacle about Obama library,
yeah,
presidential library.
yeah,
They've been battling that shit.
yep.
Then I was reading that article and I said, what are they going to do with a Trump library? Can you imagine?
Well, they'll find some
The heads
conservative
explode.
place that'll put it in there, and then there'll be protests there every fucking day and damage and everything else from these fucking people. That's why. Goddamn ridiculous.
You know, burn it, loot it.
Yep.
But it'll be peaceful.
Yep. Yeah, it'll be peaceful. Yeah, mostly peaceful, except for the fires and the people that are tearing the place up and everything else.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
you'll hear. You know,
Yeah, that's
Trump,
pretty sad. It's pretty sad, really.
People do
Nobody can touch it.
people
I
do
mean,
not people do not want to believe that we
can't.
lost this country a long time before Trump got into office, and there was not much he could do to save it. Okay, that's what happened.
oh, he was fighting like hell.
But there wasn't enough time, and there wouldn't have been enough time in 2 terms to fix this country. This country was sold out years ago by the people we put in office and continued to put in office without thinking about it, caring, or not voting. That's what happened. Been saying this shit for a long fucking time. Nobody wants to listen. We lost this country a long fucking time ago. And we're going to lose a little bit more of it now because the illegal aliens are going to come flying in here, and they're going to get more than people who live here, and all kinds of shit. Taxes are going to go up. Gas is already going up. All right. The housing market will probably crash again because nobody can afford to pay anymore. All right. That's what's going to happen. Jobs are going to already been lost. 50,000 in one fucking thing. 50,000 jobs on the pipeline. Gone. The borders are going to be a mess, okay? Because that's what Democrats do. And then they'll tell us the New World Order is the way to go and everybody will be safer and you'll be happy. Meanwhile, they'll be getting richer, more powerful, and we'll be fucked.
Because they're
Man,
controlled by aliens.
Yeah, and I saw a Forbes report about Trump's current wealth. He went in at $4.5 billion. He's now at $2.5 billion. So he lost $2 billion in net worth. But I thought he was in there to make money. I thought
Yeah.
he was raping the system. Remember?
Yeah.
While he was giving away his paycheck.
Yeah. Oh, we could talk about all the lies all night long, but in the end, the only ones doing the lying were the people who were afraid of them, and that was everybody. Okay, if this doesn't wake people in this fucking country up to both goddamn parties are as corrupt as humanly fucking possible, Okay? And it's time to change the fucking system, and I mean a complete fucking clean out, then there's nothing that's going to be done. And I have news for you. It's not going to happen. The next election, maybe the Republicans win the House or the Senate or both, and we'll still have a Democratic president, just like we did with Obama. They'll probably end up giving him half or all of what he wants, which is our tax dollars, people.
Which most of it goes overseas somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they want to pass this COVID relief 1.9 trillion bill. Well, you know, the Americans, if everybody would get a check, it's $442 billion.
Mm-hmm.
What
Yep.
happens to the 1.4 trillion left over? Oh, it gets donated to other countries to support their sorry ass.
And Democratic cities who don't run their cities correctly, Democratic states that don't run their cities correctly. New York's going to get bailed out. California will get bailed out. Detroit will get bailed out. You name all the big cities in this country, they'll all get bailed out. The states in some cases. All right. Folks.
Yeah, all the while.
You tell me one
thing.
thing.
American got every stimulus payment, $1,200, $600, and then if they may or may not qualify for this next $1,400 payment, what's it, $3,400? You think that saves their fucking home, their cars, their livelihood?
Listen,
no.
If you guys can tell me one thing that we can do that's not going to cause millions of people to die or be homeless or lay in a war, I'll go do it. In the end, there ain't nothing. We can try a new political party, but just getting that off the ground would be a fucking mess. And without millions of dollars, it's not going to fucking work. We can try a lot of things. But in the end, the best thing you can do is live your life the way you see fit and not let others tell you different. You can make your children learn the way you live so that they can live the same way. You can take care of yourself. You can become more self-sufficient so you don't need the Walmarts and the rest of that bullshit in the world. You can do all that kind of stuff. But everybody'd rather stay on the fucking internet on social media arguing with the other side, which it does nothing. It does nothing. Anyway, Stephen Tolliver's here. It's good to see him. Glad he's alive and kicking and all that. You've had a hard 2 years, I have to say. Glad to see you. Anyway, what else everybody want to talk about?
Well, I thought you were going to read some more commentary or something.
Well, we don't.
Stephen Tolliver.
Yeah.
Is he actually participating?
Yeah, he's at home now.
Yes, Stephen Tolliver is amongst us.
Yeah, he's at home now.
Well, hallelujah. I'm glad you have made a recovery, you salty bastard.
Yep.
He's a fighter, man.
Virginia Politics says not politics. I don't blame you. It's a quagmire, and I got enough crap going on right now. I just, you know. I can tell you all these COVID doctors don't know diddly shit about this virus. I have to agree with that 100%.
Yeah, they're following the wrong science right about now.
Yeah. My father died because they didn't know what the fuck they were doing, and they were telling me that the shit that's working for half the fucking population, like you got, Stephen, wouldn't work for him. And by the time I could have argued with him, but he already had double pneumonia, it's getting worse. And when he first got tested, he didn't qualify to be in the fucking hospital. Apparently, you got to qualify to be in the hospital so that you can go there and die. I am never going to get over this. I
Hey, you
swear to
gotta
fucking
talk
God.
to,
Time I think about it, just
you gotta talk
enrages
to
me.
Mayor Cuomo.
Yeah. He knows how to kill people.
That POS there.
Fucking amazing.
I mean, hell, they have this new drug that they found out it killed it. They use it overseas in these tropical places, wherever it is. They did this story about it. Doctor did a study, 800 people, and half took it. The other half didn't take it. The half that took it, not a single person got COVID. Other half of them got COVID.
Yeah.
But now they want to block that shit.
Yeah.
Say, nah, that's just a failed study. It's, one off.
Well, the problem is Big Pharma has vaccines. You're getting paid big money for.
Oh yeah, and this drug is like $20 a pill.
Yeah.
For 2 pills, it was keeping people from getting COVID. Now they have this remdesivir that's like $3,200 for the treatment.
Yeah. One.
That's good. Go with that one.
Yeah, that's the one. Hydroxychloroquine. That was curing every fucking buddy. But then Trump mentioned it,
No, it's a different
and it was banned and everything else. Steven says one doctor had me on
It's
my
like-
deathbed, another was telling my entire family to prepare for the worst. Meanwhile, one doctor allowed me to be treated with hydroxychloroquine. And guess what? He's at fucking home. My father's dead. And I'm not mad about that, Steven. I'm glad you're alive. I am. And getting on better. I am. But there ain't a fucking thing I can do because he had a living will. So they're just going to, I'm there. I can't even take him to court.
The one I'm talking about is ivermectin.
I've heard of it. I don't know. There's about 3 or 4 drugs out there that either cure it or make it go away, make you not get it. But, we got to have a fucking a goddamn vaccine that doesn't even work on the fucking flu. We're going to get this to work. And we've already got new strains coming out. It's fucking ridiculous. I'm in the goddamn doctor's office.
Well, yeah, the new strains are, I mean, Steven, I don't know, do you feel all right? Are you ambulatory, or are you still fucked up, or how much better are you? Give us an update.
Oh, baby. Well, his update,
I
man.
mean, it knocked your dick in the dirt, obviously, but I don't know.
His update is one thing came to light is they found a mass on my lung. You cannot win. What the fuck?
Did they biopsy it?
Probably not because he was so sick. He's probably gonna have to have it. Looked at
Yeah,
somehow.
he wasn't up for it at the
Yeah.
time, probably.
Steven says, I feel like shit still, Matt. Vaccinations is a con job because they will keep moving the post with the variants. Yep. They're already doing it. You know, I got to tell you something. I hope Fauci breaks down in my on my street in his car, and 30 zombies come out of the woods to kill him. I'm gonna get some popcorn and a lawn chair and watch. I am so over that fucking guy and his corrupt bullshit with his two masks and his fucking all his stupid shit he keeps saying. Dr. Fauci. Fuck him.
Well, he keeps flip flopping. He changes his story every damn day.
The oncologist will biopsy the mask next week. Okay.
Well, good luck with that, Steve.
One goddamn thing after another.
You know, that doesn't necessarily mean something wrong. I mean, I have a 15 centimeter mass in my lung. They said we're just gonna look at it for a while and whatnots. I mean, you know, let's not jump from A to Z right off the bat here.
No, it could be benign right off the bat.
Could be.
Many people have that.
That's why I don't go to doctors. That way I don't have it. Here's what I know. I spent a week around a COVID patient with no mask or my nose sticking out of a mask, and I didn't get it. Not one symptom. That's what I know. And I also know I didn't bring it home to my wife because if I had it, she'd have got it. Okay? That's what I know. Was almost
Yeah, she's
arrested
very
while in the
susceptible.
hospital because I smoked in my private room. That's funny.
That's fun.
Yeah. I remember when you could smoke in the rooms, and then they made it you had to smoke in the waiting room. I remember that when I was a little kid.
Now they've made it you can't even smoke on property.
Oh, fuck that. I did it all. I do it all the time. They got signs everywhere,
Well,
but
so
fuck
do
them. Fuck them. Can't yeah, it's like an outdoor stadium. Can't smoke outside. It's like, fuck you. Make
And the
park.
parking lot stretches
You're
200 feet from the front of the building, and so you can't even smoke in the grass on the side of the road that still belongs to the goddamn hospital.
Yep.
You
Well,
got
I
to
do.
get your ass on the highway.
I do. So far, nobody's ever said a word to me. One nurse at the hospital my dad was in said something. I said, well, you can go have me arrested, I guess. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, they're getting so ridiculous with this nonsense.
Can't smoke in parks. It's like, I've never seen an indoor park before. No. We got parks around here you can't smoke in. I've never seen anyone at.
Yeah, they got places, states that you, or cities you can't smoke in your own damn house. What kind of shit is that?
The hospital
Well,
charged.
they have this in apartment buildings now. You're not allowed to smoke in apartment buildings because if anybody's living upstairs and shit, you know, that's illegal now in California.
The hospital charged them
Fuck
10,000.
'em, tell them to move.
The hospital charged them $10,848 for a team to fumigate the hospital room after discharge. That is fucking hilarious. I bet he doesn't pay it. We had a smoke shack
Was it
in
because
school.
of COVID or smoke?
No, it's probably smoking. We had a smoke shack in school. Well, That's nice. We just smoked outside the front gate. That was where
Well, the
everybody
bathroom.
smoked. That too, yeah. We had people smoking in middle school, fucking seventh grade, man, in the bathroom. Brownsville Station.
Smoking in the boys' room.
Yeah, Brownsville Station, man. They had that song. Everybody knows that smoking ain't allowed in school.
Now the Pledge of Allegiance isn't allowed.
Yeah. Well, neither's going to school, so I don't know what the point is.
Well, yeah, that's that too.
Yeah.
I wonder if you get a virtual school session and you say the Pledge of Allegiance. They're gonna fucking expel you or what?
Virginia Pollock says we did it right in class. I remember you could smoke on a fucking airplane. Looked like a goddamn cloud in there. You smoke anywhere, it didn't matter. In restaurants, stores, go in a grocery store, be cigarette butts all over the ground.
Yeah, when I started working on headers, heading machines, they had ashtrays built into the where the operator's controls were. There's fucking ashtrays built into it.
Yeah.
Shit, they used to smoke in, Congress. They were smoking in the building. Fucking.
Steven said he paid the bill. I wouldn't have paid the $10,848. I just told them to go fuck themselves.
Yeah, that went straight to file 13.
Yeah. I'd have paid the rest of it, I guess, if I could. I'm sure it was pretty expensive. I don't know what my father's bill was. I can't imagine.
I'm sure Stephen has good insurance, but they're still fuck you one way or the other.
No, he's got lawyers too.
Well, there's that too, yeah.
Cigarette machines, I remember
Probably
them.
politics.
Yeah, they were everywhere. Yep, cigarette machines. Every restaurant, every store had a cigarette machine.
Yeah, we used to run into all the bars and press the little black knob, and a pack of matches would come out. If somebody didn't buy a pack of cigarettes and press the thing, the pack of matches would come out afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
Oh yeah, you put the 50 cents or whatever it was in the machine and you pull the lever and the pack falls out.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I used to buy those. I used to go to elementary school. May's Tavern had a cigarette machine. We'd run in there like 7:30 in the morning, and everybody in there was either three sheets to the wind or so fucking hung over. They didn't pay attention. We put 35 cents in, buy a pack of cigarettes. I was like in sixth grade. They wouldn't know what the fuck happened till we were gone.
Oh yeah. Shit. When I was a kid, my dad would send myself and my older brother, who was like 18 months older than me. I mean, we were less than 10 years old. We'd walk down the street, like 3 blocks down, and a little gas station there, buy a pack of cigarettes for my dad, and
Yep.
give 2 shits.
Yeah.
It was back in the 70s.
Yeah. Steven says my wife brought my cigarettes and Zippo lighter, all the while feeling like a drug smuggler. Tiffany says the person behind him could be allergic to smoke. My aunt is. Do you actually believe, Tiffany, that it costs that much money to fumigate one goddamn hospital room? Are you kidding me? Please.
Well, right now they have all these air purifiers.
Yeah.
You can get that for about $1,000. We have 2 of them in our office now with HEPA filters.
Yeah.
Could have just got that. Saved
Yeah. But
$9,000.
well, they have to charge that much because, quite simple, that's why they charge $100 for an aspirin, because they got to pay for all the people that ain't fucking paying. And I don't really.
Oh, and if there's drapes on the windows or anything, they got to scrub down the walls.
Yeah, you put them in the fucking
God
washer, have them dry clean, probably at the fucking hospital. Everything is fine. It don't cost that much. Here's the problem. It's like a car mechanic, okay? Once they got your car, they have you at their mercy. Once you're in the hospital, they have you at their mercy. It's just the way it is. What are you going to do? Walk out with a bullet hole, say, fuck it, I'll do it myself? I mean, it's the same shit. And then you get the bill.
Car mechanic pulls out a book and says, well, here's what we have to charge. Here's the hours it's supposed to take. May or may not take that long, but we still have to charge you that amount. Ridiculous.
Well, Franklin's leaving. I guess he doesn't like the smoking thing. I don't know. But anyway, have a good night, Franklin. We'll hope we see you tomorrow night. I don't know. It's. Listen, the whole goddamn world has gone insane with this victimhood bullshit where everybody else can't do this because I have this. Fuck you. Adapt your fucking life. Nobody gives a shit.
My dad used to walk to school and take his shine box out in front of Dick's billiard halls to make a nickel before school so he could buy a pack of cigarettes when he was in fucking kindergarten.
Hydroxychloroquine was $800 per dose. Meanwhile, it's like a $10 or $20 pill. What does that tell you? Drug companies raising their prices, so naturally the hospital raises it 5 times the amount. It's highway fucking robbery.
That was the bad drug.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah. Did they try to inject you with bleach or anything? Maybe that'll work. I don't know. I hear about it. I don't know. $800 a dose. Yeah, I can't imagine. I don't know. I find it all very disturbing. The whole world is disturbing to me. Everybody's a fucking victim of something. I'm sick of it. Stop being a goddamn victim. Deal with it the best way you can. You come out the other side. You're not going to die. My father died. Bad thing happened to him. I feel horrible. I got a lot of guilt, but you know what? That ain't your fault. What am I supposed to do? Blame everybody else? That's what everybody wants to do. They want to blame somebody else. Time for that shit to stop.
Yeah, I had miserable life. Allergies nonstop. 13 years of allergy shots 3 times a week. I finally was able to get off that bullshit. And it like to kill me as a kid, taking immunization shots. I took like a quarter of the first series, and that was it.
It was made you tough though to go through that sucky bullshit.
Yeah, I'm now immune to a whole lot of shit.
I'm not racist. I just don't like the human race. Shit, it's getting horrible. The highway robbery. Yep. I'm not a big fan of the human race either. You know what I think? I think the whole world needs to shut the fuck up and do your thing. As long as it ain't illegal or hurting somebody else, I mean physically or something, you know, or you're not fucking with other people constantly. Okay? Do your own thing and shut the fuck up. Nobody cares. You know what happens when somebody hurts your feelings?
Now, what was
Nothing.
that? Some country singer was all drunked up and said the N word. Now his career is ruined.
Yeah.
Well, he was like, "Take care of that N word." I don't know. That's not country, but he was obviously fucked up and going home and muttered something. Take care of that blah 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 N word because he's fucked up, and now he's ruined. He's ruined.
Yeah, but
You know what I mean?
funny part is on Apple Music,
But
he's trending because so many people are downloading his stuff. It's freaking hilarious.
yeah, see how that works? It's
Apple-
hilarious how that works.
Yeah, Apple will take him down too because of it, but I guess they ain't got around to it yet or something. You know what? You know what? I'm so over this cancel bullshit and all of. You know what? Fuck you. Fuck all of yous. I'm gonna say what I want anytime I want, and if you don't fucking like it, oh fucking well. Oh fucking well. You know what happens when you don't like something I do? Nothing. Nothing. Nothing happens. No one cares about your fucked up feelings or your safe spaces or your segregated spaces or anything. Nobody gives a fuck. You want to have a segregated place? Go to your fucking home. You can segregate all you want. Out here in the real fucking world, we all got to live together. So shut the fuck up.
Yeah, turn the channel, so to speak.
Yeah,
You don't
good
like what you
God.
hear. You don't have to listen to it.
Yeah, no,
Turn
but
it. You have that opportunity. You have that freedom to do so.
we are living in
Stop being a stupid ass.
a country full of fucking Karens who want to just scream to their fucking rafters about how much they know and how little you know. Well, you know what I know? Fuck you. Go to your own home. You can have all the segregated safe space you want. Nobody can say anything. You can live any way you want inside the four walls of your house. But who in the fuck are you to tell anybody else what they can and cannot do or say? Who in the fuck are you? You're nobody. You're nothing. So fuck you. If you're that afraid of words or concrete or bronze statues, maybe you should become a shut-in. That'll help you. Because if that's all it fucking takes for you to go off the deep end, you have more problems than any humans can deal with. You're a whiny little bitch. Shut the fuck up.
COVID is the least of your problems right about now if you're that fucking sensitive.
Yeah. Everything
Well, I
bad.
don't know how, if you're a public figure, you would do any kind of interview because you could say anything. Somebody's going to take some. I would not do a goddamn public interview or have myself recorded in any fucking way because somebody's going to say, what was that? What? Even if I said, Jesus, I love my cat. They're like, what? You don't love dogs? You fucking cancel your ass.
Yep.
Right? It will twist every word. You make an agenda out of it. You cancel your ass.
I am very surprised, even though how small we are on this show, that we have not been taken down. They took down my YouTube channel. I started another one, but they took down the old one. Had 500-600 videos on it, mostly of me. Oh, I've done probably 4,000 or 5,000 videos since I started doing this. It is
I hear you.
utterly.
I'm perplexed about it as well.
Very surprised. And it's going to happen. It's just a matter of time. One day, I'll wake up, the page will be gone. Oh, well, what am I going to do? Go someplace else.
Not enough likes. and viewers to get the attention.
Yeah, well, eventually they'll get to us because it's only going to take one moron coming on here and seeing any one of the three flags hanging behind me, any one of them, and they're going to say they were, fucking, it's a micro fucking aggression or some stupid ass shit or another, and Facebook's going to get around to it. That's all it's going to take.
Yeah. White nationalists or, you're racist, of course,
Mm-hmm.
just because
Yeah.
we all are.
Yeah. That's all it's going to take. It things for them. Whatever. We let people pretty much, they got a problem, they can tell us, or whatever. Doesn't matter. The flags. That's what's making somebody nervous.
That's nothing.
Yeah.
That's
Nothing.
menial.
Because
To
there's
help somebody
been people
in a
that
bad situation, that's menial.
there have been people that have done a lot more than we have for others. And the My Pillow guy got canceled off of Twitter and his company. I mean, really? What the fuck is the My Pillow guy other than saying that the election was stolen or whatever? Well, what the fuck has he ever goddamn done to anybody? The guy came from being, I think it was a cokehead and fucking lowlife to being a millionaire because he came up with an idea for a fucking goddamn of all things pillow. And we're sitting here and Twitter says, no, you're a bad person because you don't believe that Biden should be president. Are you kidding me? Not many people have the testicular fortitude to speak their mind anymore. Well, you're right, but where I live, they do. And you know what? If I speak my mind and suddenly disappear from the internet, who's that hurt? That doesn't hurt anybody. It is what it is. Okay. They'll get around to us. They're just getting rid of all the big names right now. They've been doing it for years now. They'll get around to us eventually. They get around to all of us like us. And it'll be what it is.
Shut down like Parlor, as big as that was. I mean,
yeah,
this is nothing here.
Well, Parler's board of directors fired the CEO today or yesterday. The person who did the firing was apparently a Republican donator, probably to like Mitt Romney or something. I don't fucking know. Okay, so he's gone. I don't know what really happened there. Apparently, Dan.
No, the whole
Bongino put
idea
out a
is
show.
like, if you're a fucking celebrity, I'd be like, no comment, no comment, no. You can't say anything, and then if you're like a celebrity, you live on the public relations, but then I'm like, I can't say shit because somebody's gonna say something about whatever I find. It's like you're fucked. You're fucked if you come and you're going. I mean, fuck it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, fuck. Today, Trump resigned from the Screen Actors Guild or whatever the fuck they call it.
Yeah.
Because they had already planned to kick him off.
Yep.
Just because.
Oh yeah, they're gonna scrub him from that Home Alone movie or something. They already did that.
Yeah.
He was in the hallway telling the kid where the bathroom was or something.
Stephen
They
Tolliver.
photoshopped fucking somebody else in there. Fucking ridiculous.
Stephen Tolliver says they're attacking the more known names, trying to scare all of us to toe the line in their PC world. Yeah. That's probably true, but in the end, they will get to all of us. I don't see us. I don't know if I could take it for another year, to be honest. But I'm at the point now where
Yeah.
I'm just kind of getting to the point where, you know what, we have done absolutely no good in the overall scheme of things, as far as people. You know, I got people now still not who don't get it. And what are we doing? Okay, what are we doing? But until I say fuck it, you know, within a year we'll be gone anyway. So maybe we just wait till then. I don't know.
I think we're just in 2020 2.0. I think I'm going to start writing that on a couple of checks I have to sign every damn year, every month. 2020 2.0.
Yeah.
There's no 2021. It's the same shit.
Yep. And it's going to be this way. I got to be honest with you. I don't know what it's going to take. I have a feeling I know, but I'm not going to advocate for it. I don't know. I can't think of one fucking thing we can do. Because you saw what happened, like with the GameStop. The little guy makes a few bucks, and they change the fucking rules. That's all they got to do is change the fucking rules.
Oh yeah, that was. You can't do that.
Yeah.
I mean, this little guy gets one over on the big guy. That's illegal.
Yeah.
How the fuck?
Yep.
No, it's because you were stupid enough to let the little guy get your ass, because the little guy was caught.
Yeah. And everybody in this country is starting to get tired. If we actually could just get all together without the bullshit and all the stupid conspiracy theories and the, you know, your side is a racist, no, your side is all that kind of stupid shit. Just get together. You know, the first thing, you know, what will really work? A tax revolt, and I mean a real one. People don't go to work. Okay, should start on about January or April 15th or whenever taxes are due. Nobody file their fucking taxes. Let the country go broke. See what the fucking politicians do then. Because what are they going to do? What are they going to fucking
You
do?
can't arrest everyone.
No. As a matter of fact, it should be, if they tried to, everybody goes into prison jailhouse and gets him. Peacefully. Real peacefully.
Yeah.
Not like peacefully we've been saying. Real peacefully.
Yeah,
Nobody gets shot. Nobody's armed. Nobody's nothing. We just go get them, take them out. Fuck them. But see, the American people are so busy fucking with each other that they don't realize who the real goddamn enemy is. And it's the United States government. It's the state houses. It's the counties. It's the cities with their fucked up rules. And all they want is your fucking tax money and your goddamn vote. That's the fucking problem. Everybody would rather sit there on Facebook and Twitter and argue with each other than actually do something. It's been proven we can't outvote them. So what's next? What else is there? They keep taking more and more taxes. At some point, maybe we should have a revolutionary moment and go on a tax fucking strike and just not pay them. But you know what? Never going to happen. And why? Because you'll get a group of people, 20 people show up, they won't pay their taxes, they'll end up in prison, and it's like, for what? Principle? Once you get in prison, principle ain't as important. The entire country needs to come together, not the fucking politicians, not the bullshit. The entire fucking legalized people in this fucking country, and we need to start taking this back. That's the only way it's going to fucking happen. And you know what's going to happen? Nothing. Because we can't get 5 people together without everybody arguing about who's going to be in fucking charge. And whose face is going to be on the camera. Well, we can't have him because he's not quite right in the head, and we think he's this, and we think she's that, and blah. All the fucking egos out there. Shut the fuck up. And remember, We don't care about you. We care about the overall country and the legal citizens therein. We don't give a fuck what the politicians have to say. We don't give a fuck about any of this bullshit. We're tired of being taxed to death. We are tired of taxation without representation, because I got news for you, people. On paper, we have it. We don't really. Because the minute they get up there, they start working for themselves, not us. People actually say the phrase, well, he votes his conscience. Listen, when you become a representative or a senator, you're supposed to vote your constituents' conscience, not yours. Because you told us your conscience is the same as ours. And then the minute you get there, you vote against it. How stupid are fucking people that they believe this shit?
Extremely stupid, Jerry.
Well, it doesn't matter, man, because their conscience is green, and the alien takeovers can be completed by 2029, so we don't have to worry about it much longer.
Well, I'm glad you're doing something, Tiffany. I am. And unfortunately, good luck. I'm going to say that. Good luck. Anyway, we are out of
But are they
time.
working with you?
Yeah, that's the problem with politicians. You think they're working with you, but in the end, they got their own fucking agenda. I don't know. I don't live in Tiffany's house. I don't go to meetings or phone calls with representatives. I have no idea. So good luck, Tiffany. You know what? I hope it works out for you. I do. You may find that hard to believe, but I actually hope it does. But in the end, one person in Oklahoma to change this shit. It's going to take every last freaking one of us who are just sick to death of the bullshit. With that said, we are out of time, thankfully. So glad I came on here to be happy. Matt, got any last words for this evening?
Yes, we should start to learn alien language like gloop, glorp, glorpro, and by 2029 the takeover is complete.
Right. I have several of their personal cell numbers. Okay. Okay. All right. You know what, Tiffany? I like you. I do. I think you've got balls of steel. I do. But I got to tell you, I have zero faith in any of this shit. Zero. If there's less than zero, I got that. So if you prove me wrong, I'll make a fucking video and I will tell you. But I don't see it. Nick, how about you?
I'm with you on that one, Jared. You can't have much confidence in our politicians who are supposed to represent us. They're all in it for the Benjamins, and they don't give two shits one way or the other. So that's it.
I think that's sad. Tiffany, I'm going to tell you something. When I grew up, and when you grew up, because you're younger than me, it was much different when I grew up. Just like for my father, grandfather was different when they grew up. We had all kinds of freedoms that we could do a lot of shit. When your children grow up and have children, as I believe one of them already has, okay, it's going to be different then for them than it was for you. Okay. Once you've lived long enough, you're going to see the major progression of how the politicians in this country, every fucking last one of them, have taken away our liberties and everything else. You're going to see it, and it's going to be clear as day. unfortunately, it's too late. That's just my opinion. It's too fucking late. We either need to do something fucking drastic that does not cause fucking bloodshed, but unfortunately, we can't even get together as a side, much less both sides. So, okay. Anyway, please stay vigilant. Be aware of your surroundings at all times, and always remember it's amazing what you can do when you have no other choice. My name is Jerry, on behalf of Maddie K and Nick Young. We wish you a good evening, and we will see you again tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern, right here on whatever the hell American Rebellion page, YouTube, and whatever. Have a great evening. Bye.